Yo, what's going on YouTube? It's your boy DLloyd. So yesterday I published an article on NFLSpinZone.com, and the article referenced that I believe the Tennessee Titans are playoff contenders and that I think they can contend for possibly a wild card spot in 2015. Now that article got me a lot of heat, especially on social media. Some of the people didn't agree with my article and they let me know on social media. So I wanted to go ahead and put out a video today and pretty much giving you reasons why I believe the Titans will be playoff contenders. Just in case you didn't read the article is also going to be in the description below, so you can check it out. But I'm also going to go over many of the things that I talked about in the article in this video. Now, for one, the Tennessee Titans defense has been terrible pretty much the last 5-6 years. I know they haven't made the playoffs since 2008, but the defensive side of the ball was one of the main focuses during this offseason, and they really upgraded their defense. For one, this is their second year coming into the 3-4 defense, so that will help under Coach Horton. But then they brought in Dick LeBeau, the Pittsburgh Steelers defensive coordinator. Now, if you don't know who Dick LeBeau is, he is pretty much the whole defensive mastermind behind the Pittsburgh Steelers zone blitzing scheme that they've been using since the 1990s. He left for a little bit, he came back, and the Steelers defense, ever since he came back, has been the top defense in the NFL. He is now in Tennessee, and I think that he will make a huge impact for the Titans defense. Now, for the players, they brought in a couple of pretty good players as well. The big one being Brian Orakpo. Now, he is very injury prone, and we know he hasn't played a full season in about 2 or 3 years. But when he is in the game, Brian Orakpo is a beast. I think he will succeed in Tennessee with Dick LeBeau's defense. Now, they brought in Denoris Searcy from Buffalo, and they also brought in Paris Cox, who I think has an opportunity of starting opposite Jason McCourty in the secondary. If he's not the number 2 cornerback, he will definitely be the nickelback if Blady Ray Wilson takes over as the number 2 cornerback. But overall, the Titans have a pretty good defense, and I feel like they're going to make a huge step up this season, and that will help out the offensive side of the ball, which I think is going to be a whole lot better. Now, the Titans have underperformed a little bit, especially from the offensive line. They have a solid offensive line. They got Lawan last year with the first overall pick. I suspect that he's going to come back and he's going to be what he was supposed to be last year, and I think he's really going to have a good year. So far during camp, he had the right mindset, and the skill that he's showing is vastly improved from last season. Now, obviously, the big deal is Marcus Mariota. The Titans not only haven't had a top quarterback in years, probably since Steve McNair. You could argue Vince Young during his rookie season, but the Titans also have not had a quarterback start all 16 games since 2008, which is the last time they made the playoffs when they had a 13-3 record. So having a quarterback in Marcus Mariota, who I believe will be able to hopefully finish out a whole season and start all 16 games, he's able to manage it as well. Now, during practices so far, I believe they only had 3 practices. He has yet to throw an interception. I believe Mariota is a quarterback that will at least take care of the football. Now, he might not have the numbers that Peyton Manning or Drew Brees might have in terms of touchdown passes, but he's more of an Alex Smith type of quarterback, at least for right now. He's going to take care of the football, and I don't see him throwing a high number of interceptions. If you look to him back when he was playing at Oregon, he also didn't throw a lot of interceptions. He only threw 4 his last season, and the most he ever threw in 1 year was 6. He also has a pretty good receiving core. This is one of the best receiving cores the Titans have had in a while. We have Kendall Wright. They have Justin Hunter. He is in a make it or break it type of year. If he doesn't perform well, this will be his last year in Tennessee, point blank period. He has the potential, but this is the 3rd year with the Justin Hunter project, and if he doesn't come through this season, I believe he will ultimately get cut. But we also brought in Dorial Green-Beckham. Now, Dorial Green-Beckham was the number 1 overall player in the country coming out of high school in 2012, according to Rivals.com. He had 2 fantastic years at Missouri. He got kicked off the team for marijuana, went to Oklahoma. He couldn't play for that year. Then he ended up going to the league. He should have been a first-round talent, but his off-the-field issues pushed him back to number 2. The Titans were able to capitalize by drafting him in the 2nd round this year. He is a beast. He has the potential of being a really good receiver. He does drop some footballs, but the catches that he can make are great. If he can become more consistent, he's going to be a great target for Marcus Mariota. We have Hakeem Nicks. If he could ever stay healthy again, at least be half of what he was when he was in New York, he will be a good fit. And then we have Harry Douglas coming over from Atlanta as well. And then we have an unknown rookie in Trey McBride. I'm not sure what he will be able to do, but it'll be interesting to see what he could do during the preseason. But overall, if the Titans can get their running game right, that is their biggest weakness. And they have Bishop Sankey, who was, a lot of people thought, probably one of the top running backs in last year's draft. Now, obviously, he only had 569 rushing yards last year. He didn't have the greatest of years. He was sharing carries with Sean Green, who is now cut. It's expected that Bishop Sankey will step up and he will take the majority of the carries. The Titans did draft David Cobb, however, from Minnesota, so they will split a little bit, but the featured back is more than likely going to be Bishop Sankey. We will see what he could provide. But the Titans in a possible wild card spot, that is not too far-fetched. I think they'll come in 2nd place in the AFC South behind the Indianapolis Colts. We all know that that is the team to beat in the AFC South. But I think they're better than Jacksonville, and I think the Houston Texans took a step back, losing Andre Johnson, and then their whole quarterback situation. Nobody knows what we're going to get out of that. So if we take a look at the Titans' schedule, these are the games that I think they have a chance of possibly winning. They could win at Tampa Bay. They could also win at Cleveland. I think a game that they will be able to win will be at home against Miami, also at home against Atlanta. They will travel to Houston in a game that is winnable. Now, New Orleans or Carolina, I believe that they may be able to win one of those 2 games. They will then come back. I'm sure they could beat Jacksonville in Jacksonville. They will be able to beat Oakland. They have Jacksonville again. The Jets are a wild card. And then they will be able to win against Houston on December 27th. Those are the games that I suspect the Titans are able to win. And that's why I think they will finish with at least a 9-7 record, possibly 10-6. And they will have a shot at the wild card playoff spot. That's where I'm coming from with my article. But I want to know what you guys think in the comment section below. Do you think the Titans have a shot of possibly making the playoffs, or do you think that I'm out of my mind and maybe I've been drinking on something and Titans have no chance in hell of making the playoffs? Let me know in the comment section below. It's your boy D-Lloyd. I'm going to see y'all next time. Peace.